I have no idea how I became a correspondent at 60 Minutes. I'm thrilled to be a correspondent at 60 Minutes. It is a show that I've watched from, from the moment it started, I think, and we used to watch it with my family and talk about stories that we're seeing. And I grew up watching Mike Wallace doing confrontational interviews with people, and Mike Wallace showing up at a garage where people were ripping people off, and they scurry away, and he says, why is everyone running away like cockroaches? And and then to meet Mike Wallace and to be, working in the same office, building as he is, and see him in the hall and have him call me kid and, make fun of me is thrilling. It was thrilling. When 60 Minutes approached me about working there, I instantly said yes. And, look, there's a lot I still need to get better at and want to get better at and want to learn. And there's great producers there, and, Jeff Fager, who runs it, and Bill Owens, and all these incredibly talented people who I can learn from and get better from. And to be in the same building as Bob Simon and work with some of the people he works with, and yeah, I mean, 60 Minutes is to this day the greatest magazine show that there ever has been, and it's an honor to be there. There's a ton I've learned. It's a whole different style of interviewing people. It's doing long form storytelling is different than doing things that I do, interviews that I do on my nightly show for CNN. The amount of research you do on stories, the amount of time you spend on stories, the production values of them, the amount of effort that's put into them, the amount of research, and preparing for an interview, preparing for a confrontational interview. It's helped me in all the interviews I've done. In terms of writing, it's a different style of writing, and there's a million different things I've, big and small, that I've learned, and still I think there's a lot of things I need to learn. Sheer variety of stuff I get to work on at 60 Minutes is amazing to me. I mean, there was a piece I did not so long ago of diving with Nile crocodiles in Botswana, and there are these two filmmakers who discovered there's kind of a short window of several weeks when the water is cold enough in the Okavango that you can actually dive with crocodiles. If you can get off the surface where the crocodiles attack and go underneath, you can be right on top of them. You can touch them in these underwater caves, and it's terrifying because you're in the darkness. There's no visibility whatsoever, and then all of a sudden you see this row of white teeth right in front of you, and there's a crocodile, that's 10 feet or 15 feet long in front of you. So that was incredibly memorable. Diving with great white sharks. I'm basically like their go-to diver guy because I think they don't want to make it morally safe for squeeze into a wetsuit. So I'm the fool who will volunteer for just about anything still to this day to justify me being there. And I did a story on mountain gorillas in Congo and Rwanda and rape in Congo and Eastern Congo. Just the variety of stuff I've gotten to work on, I've been very proud of. So I think 60 Minutes has set the bar for television journalism for decades, and I think they still continue to set the bar. And there have been tough times and mistakes that have been made and things that have had to be corrected, but they've been very transparent about it, and I think it remains the greatest magazine show on television, and the level of the skill of all the other correspondents and the producers is extraordinary, and the amount of attention and time they put into things is extraordinary, and I think that's their legacy is of telling incredibly important stories that other people aren't telling, devoting time to stories that other people aren't going to devote time to, and maintaining interest from viewers, even in stories that don't necessarily, you don't think people are going to tune in to watch, but people tune in and they know on 60 Minutes it's going to be a quality story, and it's going to be an interesting and a well-told story.